What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 30 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nikki Powell, and alongside me today, Amanda Kane.
Hi, guys.
And joining us for his Lipstick Nerds debut, joining the ranks of the few and the proud, the men that join Lipstick Nerds, Alex O'Neill.
Hi. I feel so much pressure now. I'm going to be super
disappointed. You're sitting far
disappointed.
away from the camera. I can't tell if you're actually wearing the lipstick you said you'd wear or
Maybe
not.
maybe that was all part of my master plan.
We decided on Twitter that coral would be your color.
Yeah.
People were wondering.
It goes with my
Coral.
cheeks, my cheek color.
Yeah, it matches. Alex, tell us who you are. Those of the people that don't listen to your podcast, tell the Lipstick Nerds. Like, what do you
Almost
do?
all
What
of the
podcast
internet
do you do?
is the people that don't listen to my podcast. My name is. I'm going to make the camera zoom in on me a little bit so people can see me a bit better.
Now it's like really close.
Yeah, now it's too close. It's uncomfortably close. I am Alex O'Neill. I'm on the internet at AlFighter27, literally everywhere. If you search that, it'll be me.
Same here. I love that.
I made it specific enough that you'll find me, whether it's like on some kind of social media or whatever else, like video games or something. I am a writer. Currently, I'm a freelance writer. I write about video games. And I host a podcast called Irrational Passions Podcast, which I have for 5 years.
Yeah, you guys just had your anniversary podcast the other day, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of July. So we're coming up on 250 and just kind of like confused
Nice.
as to what to do next.
Yeah, I listened to the anniversary podcast, and that was quite entertaining, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's
Wasn't
fantastic.
Brant was on,
Uh-huh.
our friend Justin was on. That was a nice mess.
Yeah.
A good
I had
kind
a
of
few
mess.
points, like I always drive when I listen to podcasts, and I had some points in my head that I wanted to like keep because I wanted to tweet you or text you about them as soon as I got home, and then I completely forgot about them. So
And then
I'm
you
like,
forgot
well,
because the podcast went on for 3 more hours.
yeah, it did. That was a few drives.
That's how we do it. You're going to be on Friday, so
Yes, I'm coming on Friday. I will be on Irrational Passions podcast Friday.
you get to make your debut there, and it's going to be it's going to be a long podcast probably because we don't know how else to do it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's great. You also host another podcast, right?
Yeah, Waffles versus Pancakes, which I host with Brant Range.
What?
Which it's about nothing. It's actually not about waffles or pancakes.
Dang it, I was going to ask you what side you were on.
If you had to like strip it down, this is what I tell everyone. It's not actually an answer. If you had to strip it down like to just a waffle and just a pancake, like just plain waffle, plain pancake.
With nothing on it. Yeah.
With nothing on it, I would pick the waffle every time.
Oh, so would I.
Oh, yeah, hands
For
down.
sure.
It has more flavor. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it just has the same ingredients in it, but one goes in like an oven presser.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that more of the more surface area of it is cooked, and that's what gives it that flavor. Like that's what I'm convinced is happens. It's crispier too.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
going to
nice
say, plus
one.
you can get it crispy.
But
Right.
that I've got like a local food truck that does waffles like perfectly, and I have that, and of course there's always the International House of Pancakes. So I love both. I don't choose sides. I'm not like Brant. I don't say, oh, I like French toast more.
Oh God, well, that's just.
It's not even an
okay.
answer.
That's
See, it just
yeah.
depends on what like mood you're in too. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for a waffle, and like you put strawberries on your waffle and whipped cream, and I love that, and it has the little boats that hold all the flavor in. But then sometimes you just want a pancake covered in butter. And
Yeah, I was like one of those savage animal like children that would like rub butter on the pancake and then just fill it up with powdered sugar and fold it up like a taco and eat it that way.
powdered sugar on your pancake. I've never done that before. My
With my
boyfriend
hands.
and all his friends do peanut butter. So if I make waffles or pancakes or French toast or anything, I put peanut butter all over the top of it, and then butter, and then syrup, and it makes me gag. That's way
Ew.
too much. Yeah, I know. Pick one. Either butter
Yeah,
and syrup or peanut butter.
Yeah, I'll do like butter and syrup or butter and powdered sugar, and then that's it. I'm not very creative. Also, it's worth noting.
I'm a big advocate for the strawberries and whipped cream, so I like dessert for breakfast.
Yeah, or chocolate chips.
Ooh,
strawberries.
chocolate chip pancakes. Now, there's where you have me. Like, I flip and love chocolate chip pancakes. They're ridiculous.
I like a good chocolate chip muffin. That's my preferred
Those are pretty good.
muffin.
Yeah, I was a waitress for a few years, and we had this thing called a New York waffle that we would make at work. And there's a big Belgian waffle, and you put 3 huge scoops of vanilla ice cream, and then you top it with raspberry sauce and whipped cream. That was quite a breakfast, I'll tell you what.
I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten since like 8 this morning. So
Oh, you're going to
which
eat
was
waffles today.
like 8 hours ago for me. I know that's not very long for you guys. So yeah, I'm dying on the inside. With hunger, but Waffles versus Pancakes is we call it a non sequitur podcast. It's about like anything. So we're like trying to figure out some RSS feed stuff with that right now. So we haven't been doing new episodes.
That's kind of like how we like to do it. We do a whole episode on food. We do a whole episode on Game of Thrones. We do a whole episode on eyeliner. Like, oh, by the way, there will be an episode coming up because for those of you that actually wear makeup and actually are lipstick nerds, Sephora has a new subscription box. It's like the Loot Crate for lipstick nerds is what I'm calling it.
Okay, here's the problem. I read more about that, and they're only launching it in like 3 cities, and currently we live in none of those cities right now.
Well, when they launch it worldwide, we'll be doing a whole episode on that because.
And one of the cities is like Cleveland, Ohio. Like,
why?
Exactly.
Like if you're gonna launch something in 3 cities across the United States, you'd pick New York, you'd pick San Francisco, and you'd pick, if you're not gonna do another California city, because I would say LA, but like Texas, like Austin or something like that. I don't know, or Miami.
Is one of the cities Baltimore, Maryland? I'm asking for a friend.
That look, though.
Just answer the question.
No, I don't believe so.
God damn it. I'm angry for a friend, that is. That sounds like a good deal. If it's like, I'm imagining $20 and you get like just the whole shebang.
I think it would be cheaper because usually the subscription boxes for makeup are $10 or so a month. Like I used to have Birchbox, and that's what it was. It was $10 a month. They'd give you like 1 jumbo sample and like 8 mini samples and stuff, and then they started adding like food products. So they'd send you like a granola bar, and they'd send you like 5 little tea bags and stuff. You could try new teas and like all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it's like $10.
Here we go. So it's going to be a bunch of samples. The subscription service is going to compete with Birchbox and Ipsy. It's going to be called Play. It's going to launch in Boston, Columbus, and Cincinnati in September, and then expand to next year. It's going to cost $10 and feature a collection of products, plus include a few bonuses like Spotify playlists.
They must be like based out of Ohio or something.
I'm guessing, yeah.
That has to
would
be the
ask
only
me if
reason.
I want to buy some purses.
Yes. Answer is always yes. Don't you isn't there another podcast that you do? I swear you had Roommates podcast or something.
Yeah, oh yeah, Roommates.
I'm like, you said
I
Waffles
usually don't bring
Pancakes.
up
I'm like,
Roommates.
did you guys change the name?
No. I do. That's a very irregular show, so I guess I just don't.
Welcome to the most irregular of shows.
Okay. I mean, we recorded 2 episodes, and I have to edit them, and neither of them are out. But they're always like up on YouTube.
There's a backlog and everything of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like the latest 2 episodes haven't gone out, but I'll get them out.
Yeah.
At some
But
point.
people should listen to the other episodes because I was listening to them when I worked the knock shift at my last job, and Damien has the greatest voice ever, and we know this.
That's real. That's all real.
Yes, and it's like the deepest, like sultriest, buttery voice you've ever heard in your life.
I would use maybe one of those words to describe his voice. Yeah, that's me and my 2 best friends, Ethan and Damien. And I lived with Damien for an extended period of time, and then I still live with Ethan, so we called it Roommates. I'm the glue that ties that together. So it's fun. It's just it's like a kind of bring your own topic style, like Game Over Greggy show or something. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a train wreck always in the best, most magical way.
I love it. Okay.
That's my dog.
Whoop. So now that we know a little bit about who you are, I also know something else that Amanda and I also love, that I know that you love, and that would be Persona.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, this is 100% correct. Although it's just Persona 3 and 4, not the first.
So I haven't played any of them besides Persona 4 Golden. But before we get into it, I will tell you right now, everyone listening, we will be spoiling things up to a certain point. Because I'm going to tell you what point I'm at right now, and if you go out farther than that and spoil something, I'm probably going to cry.
I'll try not to.
Okay. So starting right now, we're spoiling things. I just beat Shadow Teddy.
Okay.
And what's his face? King Moron dude. Just
Mora
take the
Oka.
bucket.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he died. So go from there.
All right. So like, don't go past there.
Don't go past there. Yeah.
So you just saved Risei. That was the
Yeah.
big thing. Um, hmm.
I had to throw that in there.
Amanda, have you played Persona 3 and 4?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that I came like this close to beating Persona 3 and just never finished it. So I don't actually know the end. Everyone freak out because I'm a huge Persona fan that I don't know the ending of Persona 3. But like, yes, I've played through most. I've beaten 4 like 6 times, but
Yeah. I did the same thing with Persona 4 the first time I played through it in like 2010 when I was playing on the PS2. I got to the last dungeon, or you know, what I believe was the last dungeon at the time, and then just stopped. I just walked away.
just put it down and walked away.
But like I beat Persona 3 Fez like all the way through, and then went right into 4 and almost got to the end of that. So I was pretty burnt out by the time I got to the end there. Yeah. So what do you think of Persona 3, Nikki?
I've never played it.
Or I mean 4.
Four?
Just pretend like that's what I said.
I love it so far. I'm not a huge JRPG fan. Like, I mean, I've played Final Fantasy X
Mm-hmm.
and like Kingdom Hearts, and like
Okay.
that's it. And I'm not very good at them. Like usually G is sitting there with me, like helping me out along the way because I just don't understand them fully because I don't play them all the time. But this one I got into myself. He hasn't played it. I can't ask him for advice. I cheat and I look up things a little bit, just like what are the best ways to do stuff. But I'm getting the hang of it, and I really like the relationships and everything that you build with people. But my problem is it like gives you like 3 days where there's nothing to do and there's no one to talk to and no one wants to hang out or do anything. And then it has like 3 days where everyone wants to hang out and everyone wants to do something, and you have to make your choices wisely. And it makes me angry because I want to hang out with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to be everybody's friend. And you
Yeah,
can't.
it's really hard. Like I would say, because after you beat it, you can like New Game Plus, you can carry over like those like charisma stats.
Yeah.
And like that's where it's really easy to just get all the social links and be everybody's friend perfectly forever.
Nice.
But that first time through, yeah, it's just you're probably not gonna max out everyone.
Have
It's
you
very tricky.
ever maxed out everything, Alex? Like not when you hit plus, but like prior to that? Because I've looked it up because I wanted to know like the science behind all of it, and you literally there is literally a way to max everything out, but it's got to be done perfectly on the perfect day with the perfect person, and it's just like because sometimes it's more for hanging out with so and so on Wednesday of this month, and
Yeah, it's weird because like there are points where people will call you and be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And if you reject their call, there's a chance that someone will call you after that if you have their social link open, and then you can hang out with that person and get that up. And maybe you need that person more than the first person who called, but it's impossible to know that. It's like real life when someone calls you and you're like, "Well, something better might come along, so I'll just hang up on you now." So yeah, there's stuff like that that's just weird, precise science. And if you're carrying a persona of their arcana when you talk to them and agree to hang out with them, you get like +2 points or whatever, and it's there's a lot that they don't fully illustrate.
See, I like it when the people have the little exclamation over their head though, because I walked up to Yukiko the other day and she was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "No, there might be something better. You're the first person I've run into." So I walked around town everywhere that I could to find anyone else with an exclamation point. Honestly, I was just trying to find Risei because I really want to like hit on her because she's adorable.
She's so cute.
I know. I waited and waited and waited to like create this kind of relationship with anyone until I got to her, because in the opening credits I think she's super adorable.
She's that's my girl. So
yeah, see, she's gonna be my girl. Bae, Risei's Bae. And I couldn't find her, so I went back to Yukiko and was like, "Well, I guess I'll hang out with you today." And she was like, said the same thing. She doesn't like remember obviously that you ditched it over stuff.
but you're like,
"Hey, wanna
"Nah,
hang out?"
fucking, she's desperate.
Yeah.
The thirst is real over here," and then you just left.
Yeah. No. I friend zone that shit though. I friend zone Chie. How do you say it? Chie?
Chie.
Yeah, I friend zone her real quick.
Yeah, I did too. My co-host Nabishin, he's a Chie person. I found that Chie people, I've been doing a lot of research since I finished the game. Chie people are the most defensive about their romance option. And they're the most like, well, if you don't pick Chie, well, you can just go fuck yourself. I'm like,
Oh,
whoa.
mean.
Yeah. So I found that Chie people are the most defensive, Yukiko people are the most like chill, and then Rise people are like they don't talk about it. So they're the quiet ones.
I
Am
love
I
it.
allowed to
think
curse on the show? Also, I didn't
Oh,
want to.
oh,
Oh, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I
Thank
drop the
God.
most bombs usually out of everyone else, so
All right. Well, you invited me on the show, so it's about to get hairy.
that's okay. We have precious for that.
Yeah, I adore that game. Rise is the one I picked. I'm not one of those people that does you can romance everybody. There's no consequences or
See,
anything.
I think I'm
not
gonna
like that.
try and do that. I didn't know that you could do that because the girl from acting class, I totally would have hit on her, but I was like, I don't want to put all one of my eggs in this basket because what if Reese comes along and I really like her? And then I think I turned her down so many times that she's all lonely and like, well, I'm just gonna go sit at the hospital with my abused mother and my abusive father and cry about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
now you're sad now. I don't really want to, but I'm still trying.
Yeah,
I gotta have
there's like
somebody else.
in Persona 3 was way pickier. So like in Persona 3, if you did a relationship because you were a male character in like the main one, like Persona 3 Fez or whatever. If you did like any relationship with a girl, it was always romantic. Like there's nothing you could do about it. Which kind of sucks. It's weird that they don't like give you a choice. But if like you were doing two like female relationships at a time, one would get pissed and it would like start going negative and you'd have to like waste time to make up with that person and then you could continue and then the other one would get pissed. So you'd have to max each one out individually before you can move on to another one. Which sucks.
I think the one that I've gotten furthest along with though is his cousin.
Nanako?
Yeah, because she's always just sitting at home, just like, can I get some attention? And I'm like,
She's
yeah.
so cute.
Everyone else is
Yeah, you can do that
busy.
one at night, right? So,
Yeah. So I always end up sitting with her, and so I think that she's the one whose my social link with her has gone like the farthest.
Yeah.
Because she's just always there.
Yeah. Have you maxed anyone out yet?
I have no idea. If I did, I wouldn't know.
They
Stuff
give
pops
you
up all
like
the time, and I just.
yeah.
It,
It's
yeah,
like
it would be like silver or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
there are
Then
10
probably not.
points for each one.
And then their persona changes.
Yeah, if they're part of your team, which is that was different in that one too. It's
Yeah.
cool. Like at this point, it was probably like if you're like way into 4, it might be worth like looking into playing 3 afterwards because it's more of that game. It's more cool relationships and getting to know people. But like gameplay wise, it's gonna be hard going back.
Yeah, well, since 5's coming out, there's probably no way I'll go
Yeah,
to 3.
it's 3 is so good. It's so different too. It's like it's really depressing and kind of dark.
Yeah, it is very dark.
Especially compared to 4, which is like even with like all the murder and stuff, it's the characters are a lot more optimistic about their situation. In 3, it's more like everyone feels like they're against their will, like they're doing what they have to do against their will. And it's I don't know, it explores a lot of different themes. It's really hard. 3 is a really hard game. So
Yeah. How many hours have you guys put into this? If you remember.
Amanda, do you know?
I think I put like 80 something hours into one gameplay. I mean, as a whole, I don't remember
No, yeah, just one gameplay.
because there's just so much. Like I've played them so many times, but I'm pretty sure it like for some reason like 86 is ringing a bell.
Yeah, I
in terms of
was
hours.
my first playthrough of Golden was I think I'm more of like a completionist person. I'm pretty sure it was like 96 hours even.
Nice.
Somewhere around there. Now, like on that file that I've carried over to New Game Plus, I'm like at 150 something. So
I haven't looked recently, but the last number that I saw was like 34 or something like that, or 38 that I was at. And this is the longest that this is the most time I've ever put into a game that I haven't complained about. Because like, oh my God, Final Fantasy X was like, can this just be over? And like, I'm 2 hours in, and she's like, you're halfway there, you're halfway there. And then like 6 hours in, he's like, you're halfway there, you're halfway there. It
You
got
said
up to
that
like
last time.
yeah, it got up to 20 hours in, and he's like, you're halfway there. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. We are done here. If you say halfway again, I'm gonna shove this controller somewhere
You're
and
52%.
I'll shove it halfway. Like,
You're a little over halfway there.
yeah. I was not happy about playing that game for so long. Kingdom Hearts I didn't really complain about too much, but then yeah, Persona, like I will sit down and just play for a few hours. But then my problem is I put it down for like 3 weeks because I get busy. Because I want time to sit and play the game. I don't want to. It's not something that I want to pick up and play for 20 minutes and put down.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Like Golden was really cool. They definitely cleaned up because I played the original Persona 4 on PS2. They cleaned up so much to make it so like Vita friendly. Like if you die, you can just restart from the floor you died on instead of having to reload a save, which was a goddamn nightmare. And yeah, just like some of the pick up and play stuff was just made a lot easier. You can save a lot more. There are more save points, and it's more friendly with that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I'd hate to see it. Like, go ahead.
Persona 4 was one of the first like real JRPG experiences I had, and I didn't understand having multiple save files.
Yeah.
So I hadn't saved in a very long time, and when I died, I was just like, I think that was the first time I played because I was like, what the fuck? Like I can't start back where I was. I mean, I just put like 8 hours into this game, and I think I just turned it off at that point, and I was done with it. But like, that was my first, like one of the first JRPG experiences I've had, and was like, okay, so you need to have multiple save files. You learned it the hard way.
Yeah.
See, I only have one save file. I haven't done multiples, but I save constantly.
If you save constantly and you're not like too worried about like, oh, well, I missed this one specific thing I can only do on this day. There are points in that game where it's like, yo, you can fuck stuff up real bad and the game automatically ends, so maybe you should save today. So like there are moments like that where it'll tell you to save. And you
That
want
makes
to
me
save.
nervous.
Yeah, a different file.
Yeah. But I've seen like people screenshot stuff like that, and I'm like, when that comes up, like you have to like save.
Yeah.
I'll save in a multiple file or something like that. Like I'll do it once it comes to that. But yeah, right now I'm not too worried about it. But I save constantly, and I am constantly buying the Go Home, which I love that name. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of clever stuff like that.
Go home, yeah. No, I constantly buy those because I don't know. I play a floor until I like run down my supplies, and then I go to the next floor and then leave and then resupply. You know.
I'll say this. I do have one like piece of advice
Please.
that will help you get like the best, truest ending and be able to see like kind of like the epilogue that takes place after it. If you want to hear it, I'll only tell you if you want to though.
As long as it's not like spoiling anything.
No, it's just make sure you max out your social link with Marie before like, but you'll know like when you're kind of like running out of time. Yeah, the social link with Marie.
Yeah, but did she just say who's Marie?
Oh, do you not know who Marie is?
I don't know. Do I know who Marie is?
The girl with the hat?
The girl with the hat and the velvet room?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
I don't spend too much time with her. I only see her in the velvet room, so I'm like,
yeah.
who's that?
Sometimes she'll be hanging out outside the blue door, and with like the little exclamation mark, and you can build a social link with her.
Okay.
And that goes up like every time you hang out with her. You don't ever have to like spend extra time with her. So just make sure that's 10 by the time you kind of get towards the end of the game, and you'll know the end is coming. You got plenty of time. So
yeah, I mean, if everyone else's hours are, I'm halfway there.
Yeah, I would say you're about a third.
Yeah, a third of the way there.
Yeah, a little over
That's
a third.
fine. I'm totally fine with that. The part I have a problem with is grinding because like I was at like level 29 or whatever, and I went to beat Shadow Rise and I totally couldn't. And then I Googled, I'm like, what are, efficient ways to help me through this? And like, you should be at least level 32 to 40. And I'm like, well, fuck. Yeah. So I had to go back and I just like basically played through her dungeon like 2 more times and then leveled up to like 34. And then everyone else was at like 30, 31, 32. And then it was pretty easy from there. But I didn't have a problem with her. I had a problem with Teddy. Teddy was an asshole.
Teddy's really hard, especially when he does that thing that like kills you if you're not guarding.
Oh yeah, see that I could see coming, which was nice, and so I could guard.
They did kind of telegraph it when they're like, "You should do something about this."
He was like, he raises his hand and you guard, and then it goes, "He's about to hit you," and I'm like, "Well, now I have another whole round of just guarding." So I just did that. I had a problem with him doing his ice attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, now you have Rise. She's now your support, and Teddy's going to join your team, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I tried to put Rise on my team the other day, and she like wouldn't join. I was like, what the hell? And then I realized that she's support now.
Yep.
Yep.
Teddy's got them claws. He'll fight.
Yeah, dude, you see his hair when he came out? It was all like blonde and fabulous.
Oh yeah,
and,
you got
like,
to see Teddy come to life.
yes, I loved it. That was
That's
so
probably
funny.
like one of my top 5
I'm
favorite
like,
moments.
I'm crossing my fingers that he and Kanji like get together because that would be adorable.
Just blonde boy love.
Yeah, yeah, boy love. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, there's definitely a scene involving the two of them that comes to mind that's pretty great.
Well, I feel so bad for Kanji because like he's so gay and he just won't like admit it to himself. He just needs to like come out, and I feel bad.
Kanji's like one of the best characters
He's
in a
fantastic.
JRPG, I think. He goes to some really cool places too. I'm curious, Amanda, since like just talking around and stuff, so I don't spoil anything. I'm the kind of person like when I got toward the end of the game, I was just being like, I don't want it to end. And then like they play like this kind of wintry music because like so much time has passed. You're getting into the winter months, and it's like clearly like it's gonna end soon. And then they play this super depressing music. I'm like, no, it's gonna end soon.
Yeah,
Like,
see, I don't want that to happen.
the music when you're like walking around instead of like Heartbeat, it's like just like this nice mellow winter song that's like about goodbyes, and I'm like,
I don't want to take this
Oh, that feels.
yeah, it's good. The
I
game's
think
really
I
good.
stopped playing for a little while just because I didn't want it to end
Yeah.
when that started happening, because I was like, okay, it's got to be really close. And I was just really like, okay, I can't, like, I'm so emotionally attached to these characters that aren't real that I need to turn this game off until I can beat it. That's kind of like how I am right now with Fire Emblem too.
Yeah, I get you on Fire Emblem. It's that's how I am with TV shows. I'll just watch until the last season, then I'll just stop watching. 'Cause I can't bring myself to. But I get that a lot with JRPGs especially.
I feel that way just about like video games and TV shows in general. Like you learn to like love these people. You spend all this time with them. Like I'm on the last season of Entourage right now, and I'm like, really, I don't want.
I don't want it to end.
Yeah, please don't go away, guys.
Yeah, I got through like more than half of Gilmore Girls, and I just decided to stop watching because I didn't know if I could bring myself to end that series. I'll go
It's
back
not
to
the
it.
problem of bringing myself to end it. My problem with that was how they ended it. It was just like, seriously? Like the last 2 seasons were such a clusterfuck of bullshit that I just
I have so much to look forward to then.
no. You have nothing to look forward to.
Great.
Just because things happen and you're like that shouldn't have happened because that's not how things really would have happened.
That's how I am with most of the TV shows I watch. So
Yeah. After like season 5 of every TV show, everyone should just stop watching. Like I think Entourage is one of the few that after season 5, it's still pretty good. It's going pretty crappy, but it's still pretty good.
that's why Breaking Bad only had 5 seasons, I think.
Did you say Breaking Bread?
He did say Breaking Bad.
I almost did. Yeah, Breaking Bad. Some delicious bread.
Heisenberg breaking bread.
Yeah, he's breaking that bread. He's breaking bank. That's what he's doing.
What are you guys doing in your lives? We don't have any questions, so thank you to all of you listeners that didn't send in any questions for poor Alex here. The only question we got was from somebody that asked if you would marry him, and then they answered it on Twitter, so...
I would consider it. It's
Yeah.
the person in question. He's very
We'll just
charming.
keep that a secret unless you're on Twitter.
Yeah. I'll put out a tweet, see if anyone wants to tweet questions.
Do that.
I'm playing
Amanda-
Batman.
There we go.
There you go. Does that help? I'm still
Yes.
playing Batman.
I am, but I've only gotten like 2 hours in because I got obsessed with Persona again, so I dropped it.
I actually I think I saw Alex a couple days ago playing Batman as well. I got
the. Are we talking about Arkham Knight?
yes.
I got the platinum, and then
Nice.
I burnt out. I did this terrible thing with Batman where I decided because I got the Arkham Asylum platinum forever ago when the game came out, and I wanted to get the Arkham City one, and I wanted to get the Arkham Knight one, and then Arkham Origins has multiplayer trophies, so I wasn't ever going to get that one. So I went back after I beat Arkham Knight the first time. I went back and played through them chronologically. So Origins, Asylum, City, and then Night again. And in the process of playing Arkham City, I got the platinum in that. I have a lot of free time. If you haven't picked up on that, And then I played through Night again on like New Game Plus, which is stupid hard, and got the platinum in that. And then I was just so fucking done with Batman by the end of that. I just walked away. But yeah, I went back and I played the DLC. So
I haven't played that either. I like it a lot, but I don't like it at the same time. There's parts that just drive me nuts. Like, I suck at driving, so the Batmobile is just all over the road.
Yeah, me too.
There's no, and so because of that, I hate the missions where you have to like chase the tanks and chase anything basically in the car.
I hate driving
and
too.
The Riddler shit.
I had to do the one where you climb up the building or whatever, that first one where you really use the Batmobile, and
that one wasn't that bad.
To just say F this game. I don't care. But see, it wasn't that bad for you, but it's really bad for me anyway. And I just wanted to be like, F this game. I don't want to play this game. We're done here, but it's Batman, and I can't do that to Batman. So
yeah.
I handed the controller to my roommate and was like, "You chase Firefly. Here, I want to do this."
Yeah,
that's why I'm hoping that G gets farther in it than me, so that he can like play those for me. And I rarely do that kind of stuff where I make G play for me, but I might.
I don't know, like, Batman was good. The Batmobile stuff, man, I'm not good at driving video games either. So I'm just, like, swish-sloshing all over the road. But, like, it's nice because you just break through everything, so it clears up the road for you really easy, like.
Most of the stuff.
Most of the stuff. Except for Firefly's, like, shooting fireballs, and as soon as you drive through them, you take damage. You're like, the Batmobile should be, like, impervious to fire, right? Like, we should have figured that one out.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
No, apparently not. Yeah, I think I handed the controller to my roommate, and I think I fell asleep on the couch. I was like, "You do this," because like when I woke up, he was like, "No, I know I fell asleep on the couch." Because when I woke up, he was like, "Oh, I did that, and I did all of these ones for you too, because I knew you would hate those." I was like, "Perfect, you're the best."
Right? It's awesome.
Did you do the Man-Bat stuff? Did you finish that?
I enjoyed the Man-Bat stuff.
Yes, the Man-Bat was in the very first episode of Batman the Animated Series. So.
Yep.
That hit a nice nostalgia bone for me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I was going to say, speaking of the animated series, it's on Amazon Prime now, so you can watch all of it.
It's been on there for a little bit because I watched some of it.
I had no idea. I haven't gone on Amazon Prime in such a long time since I got HBO now, and I've been obsessed with that. And I just read Colin Moriarty's tweet the other day that, was it Colin's? Or was it Greg's? Somebody's. I read somebody's tweet the other day, the animated series. Yeah, it was Greg's. That it was on Amazon Prime. So I might just go watch it now that I don't have to switch out discs. We have all of it on disc. It's just a pain in the ass to switch it out.
Yeah, it is real cool to just kind of like pick any random episode and go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman the Animated Series is up there as well. So that's also worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
I still have the last 4 seasons of Smallville to finish, so I need to get through that first.
Yeah. I was going to say something about Batman, but I guess it's gone now. It's flown off. Have either of you finished Batman yet?
No.
It gets pretty good. I like the story in that game a lot.
I think I'm like 70% of the way through, so I'm close.
I'm like 7%. I got obsessed with Persona again, okay?
It's okay.
Listen, if it's between Batman and Persona, there's no contest.
Yeah.
You should just go play Persona.
Kinda.
I mean, like, Batman's cool, but I would always choose Persona.
I have so many other ways to consume Batman. You know, Persona is like, that's what Oh, did you know there's a Persona TV show on Hulu?
Yes.
There's
also
watched
a movie.
There's the Persona 4 series and the Persona 4 Golden series.
Have you guys watched it?
I've watched the original series and a little bit of the Golden stuff.
I've watched some of the episodes. They just put the movies, the Persona 3 movies on Hulu, I think.
Because I might have to go back and watch all those. Because I saw them and put them in my little like queue of what to watch. And then I don't want to watch them until I finish the game because I don't want if there's a spoiler to spoil it.
It will spoil stuff.
Yeah. So it's good.
I mean, you can watch it up through the point you are at in the game though, and you'll.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll be okay. So like, you could probably stop watching at the Risei episode. It's really cool because they do some stuff a little bit differently, and like the Risei stuff they do completely differently, and it's actually really really cool and really well done. So it's worth watch. It's weird though because you're not making the choices. So
yeah.
I think like playing the game is a more valuable experience, but it's.
I mean,
cool
it's more catered to your likes. when you're playing it.
Yeah, it's definitely like worth consuming if you really really like Persona.
Yeah.
I'm just
Does
waiting
you
for
date a character in the TV show?
no.
Didn't think so. Okay.
Does you?
Does you?
You Narukami?
I love it. Because I always put him as my name. Like when I play Zelda, I'm not Link, I'm Nikki. And so it's always funny because Navi always yells Nikki, and G laughs at me because G just leaves it the same name. And then of course I get into Persona and I change it to Nikki. And
I only do it with Persona because that's like super personal.
Well, I did the same thing with basically all JRPGs that I play because I did it with Final Fantasy X too. She just like face palmed every time I changed the name. Really?
And like sometimes they just start calling a different person's name. You're just confused.
Yeah, I'm like, who is that? Who's Marie?
I don't know. It's that some people do that. I'm more of like a default person. I played as John Shepard. Never forget.
I did play Shepard for like the 4 hours that I played that game and then got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean they'll call you Shepard no matter what, so it works with Mass Effect, I think.
Oh yeah, because they just use your last name because it's like military and stuff. Maybe I did change it.
Mm-hmm. You can change the first name to whatever you want. I just kept it as John because I'm boring. And I played the default Shep because he's the only person. I played male Shep, and he's the only one that looks like an actual human being. Otherwise, he looks like a weird, deformed clay monster.
I had some girl with like hot pink hair, of course. When I started Destiny, I had purple hair, so I made my character have purple hair. I thought that was great, and then my hair faded, and she still had purple hair, and then I stopped playing the game.
Yeah, you and like a lot of other people.
Right?
Because like Destiny, come on.
I think I got to level 11 and then was like, I'm bored.
Yeah, I think I got to like 11 or something. I was
to
over
7,
it.
So I didn't make it as far.
Fan.
Although I'm thinking about picking it up again, so who knows.
There wasn't anything in that game that like captivated me. It was kind of just like meh.
Yeah, I mean, shoot's real good.
I can see if I played it like I played Borderlands because we played Borderlands in a group together, and I like that. And I've never played Borderlands single person. I always play it together with 3 other people. So I can see playing Destiny with other people because that's how everyone else that I know that likes it plays it is in a group.
Hold on. Are you playing the Handsome Jack collection?
I haven't played it yet, no.
Okay, if you get it and you decide to play it, let me know because all of my friends are like, yeah, we'll play it with you, and then I get on and they're like level like 50 something, and I'm just like, well, thanks guys, I'm still.
Here you are with level 3. Yeah. No, yeah, I'll let you know. Because we were playing with, there was a group of 4 of us, and it was me and G and one of his friends and another one of our friends, and the 4th one just kind of stopped playing with us and moved on. And now has moved states. Yeah, because we all used to just bring it together in my living room with 4 TVs and 4 PlayStations, and it was fantastic. And then now that he's not here, he doesn't come over, obviously, because he lives way out of another state, and we can't do that. So if I can bring you on online and play, then we'll have a whole big group.
All right.
I basically just sit in the back. The guys are mean. They won't let me, like, get in there and get my hands dirty and my gun dirty and stuff. They like, kill all the people before I can get to them because they're a-holes.
I never got into Borderlands. Maybe because I just never had anyone to play with, so.
Oh.
I know. This is a sad story. The Alex O'Neill story is a real sad story. No, I like to play games like single player, so.
I can plug an app that will help you get people to play with.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Leaping Tiger, the people that I met at Beyond 400, the IGN house party, they have an app, and you go in there and you put your username in for all your different consoles, and you can go on and you log on and check in with whatever game you're playing. Say I'm playing Borderlands 2 and on this system, play with me, and then they can message you back and be like, hey, let's play together. And then you can see where they're from and make buddies and stuff.
I recently, me and my friend Jacob have gotten into like cooperatively playing stuff, so he's like my go-to co-op buddy. We played through all of Bloodborne together, which was an experience for him because he never played any Souls game before it. So I was like, you should get this and we can play together. He's like, are you sure? Like it might be too hard for me, and it was way too hard for him, so I had to like baby him all the way through the entire game. But it was fun.
I think I played like 20 minutes of Bloodborne, and I was like, yeah, this ain't happening.
Too much blood to be born. It's definitely
There was blood, but it might have been me beating the crap out of real life people in anger.
it's definitely not for everyone. I'll say that. Unlike
Yeah.
Persona 4, which is for everyone, you should go.
Oh
Play.
yeah, it is. It's for everyone with a heart
Yeah, or a soul.
or soul.
Either or.
G shouldn't play them. Yeah, neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met G. He seems like he might have one over the other.
Debatable.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, I didn't like him that much.
What else have you guys been playing? Anything new? Reading? Watching?
I
Listening
played the Rare Replay, which has a bunch of old Rare games. I don't know if you guys have any nostalgia for old Rare games.
That came out, what, 2 weeks ago?
Last week, I think.
Last week?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, because Gauntlet came out Tuesday. So, and yeah, okay, yep, makes sense. I'm playing Gauntlet Legends again.
Is it good?
Yes, it is awesome. It's like, just, it makes me so happy. Because I think the last time I played was I randomly ran into, I was at a convention and they randomly had like a Gauntlet arcade machine there. And I like freaked out and started playing, and I think that my friends left me there for a while. So,
Yeah.
but that was the last time I played. So it's just nice to be able to like reminisce and go back.
Can you play Gauntlet like online with other people? That's on.
Yes.
That's on PS4 and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. And couch co-op too.
I might have to give that a shot. Because me and my co-op friend Jacob, as I mentioned before, have been looking for something new to play. So.
Well, if you want 2 more people, my roommate and I play.
Okay.
So
I'll
we
keep
just
that in
started
mind.
playing because it came out yesterday. So.
Yeah. I just want them to make another Champions of Norath, but that'll never happen. So
No.
that's an old school couch co-op game. So I don't know. I liked Gauntlet when I played it last, which was like 10 years ago. So I like that game. What about you, Nikki? You keep asking us questions. You play anything outside of
I'm the
Persona 4?
host. I have to ask you questions. No, I haven't played anything besides. Oh, so I've been listening to something new.
Okay.
I don't know if I talked about it on a podcast before or not. I've been listening to Welcome to Night Vale. It's freaking weird.
Oh, I actually listened to some of this with my brother not too long ago.
So weird.
It's
I'm
awesome.
intrigued and I can't stop listening to it because I keep thinking that something is going to happen, and it's
And
just
nothing will ever
weird.
happen.
Nothing
It's good.
ever like happens, but things happen because it's weird.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what is this? Because I'm
So
listening to it.
it's an audio drama kind of a thing, and it's about this guy, and he's like a newscaster, like your radio news, like the news at 6 or whatever, right? And he comes on and tells you all about whatever, tells you all about what's going on in the town, like your local radio guy would. But this town is freaking weird, and he's like, okay, so the barbecue's happening this weekend at 5 o'clock, and make sure you show up and bring your tickets and wear some sunscreen. And while you're there, watch out for the big cloud. Don't go towards the cloud. It's flashing lights, but when you go towards it, you disappear. No one knows why, and just weird things happen in this town.
The shtick, from what I understand, is that it's like a town where all of your conspiracy theories are true.
Yeah.
So, like, there are aliens, there are monsters, there are weird men in suits that protect the government's secrets.
People get
there-
abducted all the time,
There are
probed.
secrets, there are Stepford wives, there are everything you could possibly imagine, and it's all true there. But people, like, just treat it like it's normal. So like he'll like do his intro, do some news, and usually that news story will develop throughout the show. And it's
Yeah, he keeps coming back to it a few times.
yeah, he'll go to the weather, and the weather is always an indie song that gets selected for that week. So it's just
So the
And now for the
greatest
weather.
indie song that I've heard, it was like episode 2 or episode 3, was Waiting for the Bus in the Rain. And I tweeted this YouTube video the other day of it because it was so interesting because it was a rap about waiting for the bus in the rain and what happens when you wait for the bus in the rain. And what happens when you miss your bus. And it's just, I was hysterical. Like, I could not stop laughing in the car on the way home. Like, I'm surprised I didn't have to pull over to, like, catch my breath because it was too funny. So if you have time, look that up and listen to it because it's golden. I love it.
It's super cool. It's just such a novel idea, and I really like how they execute on it.
Yeah. Like, I was expecting something, like, along the lines of, like, Serial or, like We're Alive or something that was like an actual audio drama show of a story, like someone reading me a book, and that is not what it was. So the first episode I was really confused, and the second one I was like, okay, I see what they're doing here. And now I'm on episode like 22, and I just can't stop listening.
Yeah.
The guy's voice is really good too.
Yeah, it's pretty short. Like the episodes are only like 20-something minutes long. So
Yeah, to like 20 to 25 minutes, and that's with like a 5-minute song.
yeah.
So. And all the songs, none of them are just like a regular ass song. Like they're all indies, but they're all
Super weird.
interesting.
They're all hand selected. I think at this point, because it's been going on for like 4 years or something, at this point, like people write songs specifically for the show. So they have a bunch of like bands write songs for that show, and then you can go check out their other normal stuff. So it's cool. It's a cool thing. I've been watching the OC. I'd never seen it before, and I was told by a friend that the OC is the greatest teenage angst drama, drowning yourself in angst that you could possibly get, and I love that.
I need to watch that.
I loved the OC.
I'm like halfway through season 1, which is like 27 episodes long. It's extra long, and I'm obsessed. I can't not stop watching it. I'm thinking about it right now. I have this entire show, and he was right. I adore it. So I really like it. You've never watched it, Nikki?
No, but it's in my list of things I need to watch, and I've been told I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's really hard to find. Is the tricky thing. I managed to find it. Fell off the back of a truck, so I've been watching it that way. And
Found it there.
Yeah, I just found it. It was
It's lying there.
Have you watched all of it, Amanda?
Yes. Yep. I used to when I hung out with my friends in high school, that would be what we would do. Like, we would binge watch it for like a weekend. And I haven't watched it in a while, though. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. It's not like I'm watching anything.
It's funny. So my friend, it's the same like co-op buddy. He just moved to Los Angeles, and we were tweeting back and forth about it because he's been like, you have to tell me every reaction that you have to the show because I'm obsessed with it, and now you have to share that with me. And some like OC podcast based in LA, like favorited a couple of our tweets and tweeted back at us. So when I go and visit him out there, we're gonna fucking find where they record and we're gonna crash it, or we're gonna start a competition OC based podcast and start a feud. Either way, it's gonna be great.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's smart.
No, go ahead.
That's all.
So something else that I totally found out the other day, which I thought was kind of cool, and I thought I'd pimp somebody out a little bit. There's a guy on one of the Facebook groups, kind of funny, on one of our Facebook groups, and his name is Ryan. He and his girlfriend, I believe, have been making canvas art of like video game art and stuff, and it's like splatter paint with like game controls and everything. And if you're watching, I don't know, like if you guys can see that.
I know what you're talking about. So
yeah, it's hyper cool. I really like it. They are selling it on Etsy. Their store is Gamers Canvas, and they're on Etsy, and they sell stuff, and it's really cool. So I thought that I would pimp his stuff out because I really liked it, and we should do that more often with each other and like all that kind of artsy stuff.
Yeah.
So if we have people that make art, maybe we can make that a segment every week. I don't know. These people can't send in questions. Can they send in their art submissions?
Can they send in artwork? We get a bunch of like coloring book pages.
Right. And I also want to know how everyone likes our new intro music. Thomas Ratkowitz made it for us, and it's fantastic, and I liked it. So if you heard it on the beginning of the last episode and this episode, hopefully, let us know if you like it or not, because I thought it was fantastic. So, but yeah, my life is nothing besides Persona right now. So.
It's okay. I approve. I'm sure Alex does too.
Right.
Sorry, I was having
Persona?
a mic crisis. I approve 100%. Just play Persona and then don't talk to people. That's my mantra.
Only talk to the people in the game.
Only talk to
Because
Rise.
Rise is bae.
Rise is bae.
Yeah, she is. All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your rodeo. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. Well, usually we have more horses in our rodeo. Cows? Bulls?
Bulls?
I don't know.
What?
I don't watch rodeo.
Cow-
What is this rodeo?
Rodeos have horses too. They do
This
the
is
riding
how
around
we're
the
supposed.
barrels.
I don't know what we're doing.
This is Lipstick Nerds. We don't know what we're doing at all. Our slogan.
I know that feel. Trust me.
Amanda, where can we find you on the internet?
So right now you can find me pretty much anywhere at Wake Up Paramore. Ben Riddick and I are actually going to start a comic book podcast. We were supposed to start last week, but I failed to do my homework, so it's all my fault. We were going to read Forever Evil, and I wasn't finished yet, so... And basically what we're going to be doing is we've randomly selected a bunch of graphic novels that we think everyone should read or haven't read ourselves but have heard good things about, and we auto-generate one, and we read it and then come back in a week and discuss it. So, and it's older stuff too. It's stuff that's been like completed already, so it's stuff that people can, or most of them have been completed already, so it's older stuff that you might not necessarily have heard of. And it's completed so people can read along. It's not like we're reading a current issue. So that'll start this week. And real quick shout out from me. My Mac is dying. But anyway, that wasn't the shout out. My friend Denise, who I've talked about before, is actually getting a kidney. She is in surgery right now to have her kidney done. And I've mentioned it a little bit before. She's only 30 years old. She is blood type O positive and was having a lot of trouble trying to be able to get a kidney since O is such a important blood type. But she finally got one, and it's awesome. She's currently doing a fundraiser, which has also resulted in a contest, and I failed to bring the link, but I'll post it out later. And right now, it's basically a tiered prize contest. I think we're still at the Fallout level, but right now you can win, if you donate $10 or more, you can get entered to win a copy of Fallout 4. So, and like it keeps going up, and the top tier is a $1,000 GameStop gift card. So,
What is there a link for that? You should send it
yeah,
to me. I'll send it out.
Okay, I'll send it out. Yeah, I'll post it. I forgot. I keep posting it on Facebook, but unfortunately, I haven't been posting it on Twitter, so I haven't been on Twitter in a couple days. But anyway, that's it. Alex, go!
Ooh, yes, Alex, where can we find you on the internet?
I'm the host of Irrational Passions podcast, which is a podcast about video games, and sometimes we talk about video games on the podcast occasionally. And you're going to be on it, Nikki. You're going to be on it this Friday.
Yes, this
which
Friday.
Is August 15th, 14th, 14th. Not
14th.
15th. I
Yes,
just added 3
15th
days
is the
to today.
Sacktown Wings Fest, which is where I'm going this weekend. So if you're in Sacramento, go to the Wings Fest. Woo! Anyway.
August 14th, it's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific is when we're going to go live. That's going to be a barrel of monkeys in like the fun way, not the irresponsible, abusive to animals way.
Maybe irresponsible.
Maybe irresponsible. No monkeys will be harmed in the making of that podcast. That's gonna be fun.
Just so PETA knows, it's all okay.
Yeah, it's all over the table. That's gonna be great. You can also find me on Twitter at alfighter27, which spells just like it sounds. It's not complicated, don't worry. And I write about stuff. You can check out some of my writing, irrationalpassions.com, pixelkin.org, and hopefully new places soon. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. So one more thing before I tell you where you can find me. We had a beta code for a certain game given to us by one of our listeners, Simon, friend of the show. He gave us so kindly a beta code for next month for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, the closed beta. I have the code. All we need is 300 followers on Twitter, and you will be entered to win that. So if you don't follow us on Twitter, go follow us on Twitter. We'll do the drawing hopefully the last day of the month, and I'll let you guys know who wins. But that was nice of him to give it to us. And we have 276 followers now, so we're getting very, very close. And the sooner we get 300, the sooner I can pick somebody. It's console of your choice, I believe. Doesn't say anything as to like specifications, like what console or whatever. So choose whatever you want. Anyways, you can find me at HarleyQuinn103 on Twitter, Instagram, PlayStation Network. I will be guesting, as Alex and I have already mentioned, this this Friday on his podcast. I will also be guesting on another podcast, date to be announced. You can also find me ever so often on Ridiculous Rants podcast. That has been our show for the day. This has been episode 30 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Alex, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
This was super fun.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Always welcome back. Next time, a little bit more on the lipstick. Can't see it from here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.